There we are. Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to an all new episode of the DTI Takeover Show here on Total Praise Radio. I am your girl, Miss Kayla. So y'all already know what my job is to do. I am here to shine light and spotlight another awesome, dope entrepreneur with us today. Y'all know what we like to do here on Total Praise Radio. We love to give people their flowers while they are here. We love to acknowledge people and what they're doing and their hard work. Those people who are out here trying to create generational wealth, trying to leave legacies, trying to build things just to have something of your own. So I am blessed to have Miss Carole Jackson. She is the owner of Divinely Blessed Bling. How you doing?
I am doing great, and it is such an honor to be with you tonight. I mean, I feel like I'm a movie star today. I'm
Yes.
Miss Kayla. It's like, yes, I've heard so much about you, and I'm excited to be here to talk to the people.
Yes. So Miss Carole, before we get into the business itself, let everybody know a little bit about you.
Oh wow. Why did I not think that that was going to be one of the first questions? So, I am a resident of Texas. I live in Texas. I have been in Texas all my life. I've never lived anywhere else. I've always said the West Coast moves too much, the East Coast rains too much, and in between stuff comes through and tears up too much. But nowadays, where I'm at, I mean, we've had all kinds of crazy weather, even here in this area where I am. But I am a Texan born and raised. I am the youngest of seven children, and I have five brothers and one sister.
Oh
I
wow.
have a total of eight children. I gave birth to three, and I have five bonus children. We have a blended family, and I am blessed to be also in ministry at our ministry in Temple, Texas, under Ministry of Divine Purpose. I got to give them a shout out. Member Ministry of Divine Purpose and Temple, Apostle Mark and Lady Nevader Beach, Prophetess Nevader Beach, where I am an elder there. And I am absolutely excited about what's happening in my life, because I'm seeing how I'm able to impact so many people, not just with this business, but in general. I love to get out and be social with people. I love connecting with people. And one of my favorite things is, just being out amongst, I don't call them strangers. I say they're friends I'm just meeting, instead of calling them strangers. So it's one of the things that I really look forward to on a regular basis. I will admit I do work full time also. I have a full-time job. So for those of you that think all entrepreneurs only work their business, that's not really true. I
Mhm.
have a full-time job. I'm actually a lead dispatcher for a local logistics company. And that can be very tiring, because I'm working with all men. There are no women that work with me. I work with all men. So it can be very, very tiring, very exhausting. But I do find time to be able to get involved in ministry, to get involved in my business, and to honestly just try to do what I can to be able to live life to the fullest. And that's what I enjoy doing.
That's awesome. Well, I guess it helps to have five older brothers to kind of help
Yeah,
you be able to work with all men as well. So you kind of know how they
absolutely.
operate
Yes, yes,
firsthand.
definitely.
So
Not to
that's
mention,
good.
I have a total of five boys. I gave birth to two sons, and then I have three other sons.
Oh
And
yeah,
so all of
you're
that mixed up
surrounded.
in between, yes. So it has had a way of helping me, of giving me what I need to be able to accomplish what comes before me. So
That's good.
definitely working around all those guys. Absolutely.
That's good. So divinely blessed bling. What made you start divinely blessed bling?
Well, and so I love looking cute. I find myself putting things together that some people generally would not put together. And I started wearing jewelry. There was a local store here that was, I'm talking wall to wall jewelry. And that's all they sold was, well, that that was a majority of what they sold. They sold other things, but that was a majority of what they sold. And I remember the very first time that I walked into this particular store, I literally had an anxiety attack because
Oh
it
wow.
was not, it was way over and above what I had expected it to be.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people had told me about going there, and I had said I was going to go. But then I went one day by myself, which was a mistake, first of all, because nobody could tell me, okay, when you walk in, it's going to be like this. And so I started going here on a regular basis buying jewelry. Well, then in comes Facebook. And I came across a young lady that was streaming live on Facebook selling jewelry. And this jewelry that she was selling, it was only $5, you know. So for me, I'm like, ooh, this is like
Yeah.
opportunity of a lifetime. Cute jewelry, and it's only $5. I can count by fives. That's easy, And I found myself buying it a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean I was buying it a lot. Um, Literally every week, I was getting a pink and black bag in the mail. And I did that from about August of 2017 up until January of 2020. So you do the math, okay?
Wow.
So I was spending anywhere from, I don't know, 50, $60 every couple of weeks or whatever. And I was accumulating a lot of jewelry.
Yeah.
Um, she would often mention to me that this was something that I could do, also. But at the time, I was working for another multi-level marketing company, and I loved it. I mean, I had been doing it for over 10 years, and so I wasn't really looking for something else on
Mm-hmm.
top of what I was already doing. Needless to say, one day she invited me to host a what we call a fashion preview, and that's where I get together my Facebook friends. We either do it in a private group, or we do it on a Zoom, or we do it in Messenger or whatever. And we all come together, and she shows the jewelry. And then she said, if you don't have time to do that, you can do what's called a boutique in a box. And a boutique in a box was where I didn't have to have any time set aside, but she would put together 50 or 60 pieces of jewelry, give it to me. I take it, show it to my friends, they buy it. I bring back to her whatever wasn't sold and the money for the items that were sold. Well, in the interim of me saying yes to the boutique in a box, the party in the box, and actually meeting up with her to get my box, I sat on the side of my bed. And as I'm sitting there, I have a 3-foot cherry wood jewelry box.
Mm.
And I'm sitting there looking at the jewelry box, and I just open it up and start, pulling out drawers. And as I'm pulling out all these drawers, I'm seeing bags of jewelry that I had never worn. They literally still, and I'm going to show you, some of them still had the little fragile sticker on them from
Mm-hmm.
where they had been mailed to me, or she had dropped them off on my front porch or whatever. And I started counting it up, and I was like, okay, wait a minute. Let me figure something here. Well, I remember that she had told me that, if I became a consultant with that particular company, that I could buy it wholesale versus buying it retail. And you know us, we're always looking for a bargain, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so ultimately, my whole reason for even becoming an independent consultant with the company was so that I could purchase my own personal jewelry at a discount. That was my sole purpose.
Yeah.
And so when she met up with me with the box, she walked in and she saw my face, and she literally already knew, you are going to become a consultant, Archie. And I said, yes, I am. So lo and behold, I received my starter kit in the mail, and I opened it on a live broadcast. Um, the goal of opening it on the live broadcast was just simply to show people, what I had.
Mm-hmm.
I really did not expect people to want to buy it right then. And of everything that I had in that box, there were 35 pieces of jewelry. I sold all except about 7 or 8 pieces. So from that being the first time, I was like, wait, okay, hold on.
Right.
Let me get my calculator and
Yeah.
start, doing some figuring here. And so I prayed about it because, like I said, I was already in another company, and I had been with that company for, well over 10 years. My mom loved it. I loved it. And, there were no issues, at all. But I saw something in what this business was doing because uh, I watched the women who had actually purchased those pieces of jewelry and the difference in how they looked and how they carried themselves and
Hmm.
everything. And
Hmm.
I was like, wow, a $5 piece of jewelry can make a woman completely change her whole attitude
Hmm.
about any and everything. And
Hmm.
if that's the case, if I can do that for one woman, I'm sure I can find two or three. And who knows, maybe those two or three can find two or three.
Yep.
And so after praying about it, that name, Divinely Blessed, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's on my
Hmm.
banner behind it. Divinely Blessed Bling is what I came up with, but it was already taken. And so I added by CJ because Carole Jackson, well, here I am.
Right.
So that's where Divinely Blessed Bling by CJ, that's how it was birthed. And from there, I mean, I have continued to build a team. I call them business partners. I don't like the word team
Hmm.
because team makes it sound like I'm over everybody, but business
Hmm.
parties, we're in it together. We're building together and we're all working for the common goal of making a profit. But while we're making a profit, of building other women and men. What a lot of people did not know was that this company has a lot of men that actually are
Really?
consultants. Yes. And at the beginning, it was, I would have to say, kind of odd for me to even talk to men about it. But then
Yes.
I would be at events like conferences and um, markets and things like that, and men would come by and ask me, "Do you have any men's jewelry?" And
Yes.
at that time, I didn't because I wasn't buying a lot of men's jewelry. But then I was like, "Okay, wait a minute, I could be onto something here." And I started buying a lot more men's jewelry, and men literally started coming to my vending shows when I would be at different
Hmm.
little conferences and fashion shows and things like that, and buying the jewelry, the rings, the bracelets, the necklace. It's called Urban. That's the men's line, and we have a lot of urban jewelry for the guys, and it's crazy because uh, I now have, I believe, three male business partners. They don't do as much as the women,
Hmm.
but they do tend to find what they like and buy what they like, and then their friends ask them, hey, where'd you get that from? It's like, hey, guess what? You can get it from me. So
Yep.
it makes it pretty easy as far as marketing strategy for them to be able to get more men to actually jump on board in not only wearing but also becoming consultants with the company. So it's been a pretty good strategy. Pretty good
That's
strategy.
good. Crazy thing is, and I buy. We love the $5 jewelry here, and so every pop up shop, vendor shop, and we see a setup or a member setup. My baby, my daughter, she's the first one at the table. Okay, ready every time. I have never seen the men's line ever, like ever. And
Yes.
so it is that's I'm great. It's great that you guys also have something for our fellows as well, because they like to look good and feel good too. So
Yes.
that's amazing. That's amazing. So I mean, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? What's the goal?
Well, my goal is to eventually get to a point where I am working this full time and not having to go outside of the home for a job. I know a lot of people think, oh, well, that could be boring. Believe it or not, there are men and women in this business right now who are not only buying $1 million homes, but are also hiring people, have employees working for them. So it can go well beyond just being, small business. And I try not to call my business a small business
Mm-hmm.
because I know we can speak things into existence that
Yes, ma'am.
remain with us for an extended period of time. So I like to say, my business, and I leave it at that. It's my business. But I do hope to eventually get to a point where I am able to work it full time. Is it a lot of work? It absolutely is a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and I am not what's called an elite in the company yet. I am categorized as the premier director, which means I have built to a certain level, and we do have several different levels where you build both team members or business partners, and you're
Mm-hmm.
also achieving certain levels in your production. And, at the level that I'm at now, it can sometimes get crazy.
Okay.
So I just know that God is not going to allow anything to happen that I'm not ready for.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
right now, I'm working, like I said, I'm working a full-time job. I am a mom, I am in ministry, and I know that when the timing is right, it will happen, and it will happen in such a way that it won't be forced.
Yeah.
But it will happen in a way that, I'm able to step into it and walk it out with dignity, with confidence, with boldness, and not really worry about the need for anything to have, that I need to work my business. I'm looking forward to that because we get trips, we get extra prizes, rewards and things at that level that I haven't had the honor of reveling in right now. So I
Mm-hmm.
just get a chance to see it. At the end of this month, we will be in Las Vegas. We have our annual convention every year in Las
Okay.
Vegas. So we're there for about a week. Last year for our convention, we had the amazing Janet Jackson was our concert headliner. And this coming year, oh my goodness, of course I would forget her name. She married the guy from The Voice. Oh my gosh, I can't, it's right on the tip of my tongue. But anyway, we have amazing concert artists that are our concerts for the Black Eyed Peas are going to be there this year also. We
Okay.
have motivational speakers that come in and do
Good.
motivational speaking. And then we also get introduced to the fall line and our coveted Z collection, which is the $25 line. See, a lot of people don't even know that we have a $25 line. That's for them upscale people, for them,
Yeah.
them bougie folks.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that don't want to buy $5 jewelry. Okay, that's okay. You don't have to buy $5 jewelry. I know you might feel like that's cheap, but I got
Yes.
some $25 stuff over here for you too. So we'll be introduced to the 2024 line of the Z collection at convention also. So it's always a really awesome time. It starts on Monday and runs through Thursday. And like I said, we have a lot of different learning sessions, training sessions, and then concerts and all kinds of stuff. And it's really an awesome opportunity.
That sounds like a great time. So now I have to ask you, can you show us a couple of your items that you have?
Of course I can. I've got plenty in here. I don't know if you can see behind me, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm over there is where boxes from stuff that has come in that I haven't broken down just yet. Um, so these are some of the items that, wait, let me skip this one. So I go live on Facebook for anybody that might be interested. I do go live right now on my personal page, but I am slowly transitioning over to my business page. My Facebook page is Carole Jackson or at CJ's Bling Room. And usually on Monday and Tuesdays, I am live with a flash sale, which is like about 8 to 10 minutes, where I go through and just show some jewelry really, really quick, like really, really quick. And you can claim. And then on Wednesday nights, I'll drop albums where I show jewelry on my timeline, and you can just go in and claim that jewelry. Or And then on Thursday nights, I literally do a full blown 1 hour live broadcast where I'm showing the jewelry. I do some inspiration, some encouragement, because that's my heart. That's a part of who I am. I can't go live without doing that. And then on Fridays, I'll generally do another flash sale.
Okay.
So this is a cute little. It's a set. Every piece is $5, and the way it is set up, every necklace for the women in the women's line. I don't know. Let me see.
There you go.
In the women's line it comes with a complimentary pair of earrings. So you got the earrings, but then you also have a really, really cute necklace that comes with it also. So let me see.
Oh, that's pretty.
So that's that. And then that particular necklace has a bracelet that goes
Oh,
with it.
okay. Okay.
So, and this is now this, okay, so this is what I do. I consider myself to be an accessory stylist. And what I mean when I say that is I like to provide the full service. So if you come to me and say, I'm looking for something to wear with, say, a black dress, it's an after 5 event, and it's me and my girlfriends, or it's me and my husband, those are two totally different attitudes that you want to
Right.
come across,
Right.
with how you look. The girlfriends is kind of, hyped up, kind of wild. With the husband, it's, a little calm, sexy, romantic, that kind of
Mm-hmm.
thing. So you come to me, you say, hey, I need some jewelry. I'm not just going to show you a bracelet or a necklace. I'm going to show you the whole package. I'm going to try to help you find something with everything, because when you go into a store, a retail store, you can find the necklace. You get the
Yeah.
necklace. Okay, that necklace probably going to be $12.99 or $13.99.
Yep.
But then that necklace doesn't come with earrings.
Nope.
Okay.
Now you
Well,
gotta go
we're
find
one
earrings.
we're one up on that already, because we got the earrings and the necklace in one. But then you realize it's got short sleeves, and
Yes.
you don't have anything to wear on your arms. Okay, so I'm going to try to help you put together something that covers everything. Your fingers, your hands, your neck, your ears, the whole nine. And some people, you mess with me, I'll find you one of our hair bows to go in your hair, or to clamp on your turban, or what have you. Honey, you'll be looking good all the way from the top to the bottom. And that's what I mean when I say I am an accessory stylist. I am helping you to put together all of your accessories to make the total package. That's what
That
I
is
do.
beautiful, beautiful. So before we go ahead and wrap up, Miss Carole, I'll please let everybody know once again how they can follow you on your social media.
Absolutely. First of all, my Facebook, I actually have a personal profile that I do business from. And then I also have my business page. My personal profile is at CJ's Bling Room. And my business page is at Divinely Blessed Bling. Divinely Blessed Bling. I also have an Instagram. That is Ms. Carole, CAROLEJ_. Y'all, listen, I'm always posting stuff. I'm getting into the TikTok game. I haven't quite gotten it down pat yet, but y'all follow me on Facebook or Instagram, and you'll see me when I go live on TikTok. That's what I'll tell you.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Miss Carole, for being a guest on our show. I have
Absolutely.
been waiting. We have been waiting, and we have finally been able to finally connect and get you here. And so it has been a pleasure speaking with you. And I wish you much, much more success with
Thank you.
your
Thank you.
business.
Thank you.
Everybody, make sure you guys continue to follow Total Praise Radio. Follow us on Facebook at Total Praise Radio. Join the group. Join the group. Join Total Praise Radio group on Facebook as well, and listen to the station. Go to www.totalentradio.com and select the Total Praise Radio blue button. Until next time, everybody, I am your host, Miss Kayla, and we are signing out for the day. Take care. All